Hey, Sunny here. This is part two of covering how to play parts of the song from a song called "Saved by Miracle" by Vinnie Moore from his album Mind's Eye. So last week we covered all the way through the beginning of the verse from intro. So we got to this part right here. That's where we stopped. So let's pick that up from there. So after you play that. The sixth note on the G string and over the A chord. The next phrase goes like this. All right. So that's the next phrase. Basically, that is an A major scale. It's still A, all right, but you play it over a B chord. You start from the A note on the D string, which is the 7th fret of your D string is an A note, but you end on the B note, which is a 9th fret on the same string, the D string. So you go from here to here. So the notes we play is the motions are down, up, down, up, down, up. So I pick the first note on the 7th fret on the D, pull off on the 6th fret. Alright. You pick up on the 9th fret on the A string, and then down, up, down on the 6, 7, 9 frets on the D string. Up on the 8th fret of the G string. And then down, up, down, basically 9, 7, and 6 fret on the D. And 7, 9 on the D. Alright, so you kind of slightly mute that. Alright, do it again slowly so you can watch my finger. And it goes back to the arpeggio, just like the beginning, the F sharp, a minor arpeggio. It's a little different. You play so you play the 9th fret on A, which is F sharp. That's a root note. Minor third of the F sharp, which is the 7th fret on the D string. A note, and then perfect fifth of F sharp. So that's the 6th fret on the G. And you play the F sharp again. You play the root note, but this time you play on the B string on the 7th fret. I use my middle finger. That way you can use your index finger to play the 5th fret on the E string. So that's minor third again. That's an A note, minor third of F sharp on the E string. And you use a pinky and play the 9th fret on the E string, which is the perfect fifth again. So you play in the triad twice. So you start from here. See, the same 3 notes. Root note, F minor third, perfect fifth. Same thing. Root note, minor third, perfect fifth, and you end on the 8th fret on the G string. That's a D sharp. Again, that goes back to that I talked about in the last lesson. You're kind of hitting a melodic minor note here. It's not really within the natural minor scale. It builds that tension, but it sounds really good. Alright, so once you play that note, you should be on the B chord. Right? So first you play the F sharp minor chord. Alright, so far we have this. I'm going to start from the beginning of the verse. This is covered on the last video, and here's the part I just learned. So about that. Alright, so All right, so after we end on the B note, I'm sorry, not the B note, but the D sharp, which is a major third of B. The next phrase is one of my favorite. Basically, is a major triad and a B major triad with chromatic notes. So it goes like this. Sounds cool, isn't it? Okay, so it goes like this. So the A major triad, we start off from the fifth note of the A major, which is E, and you play the triad, the root note A. So it's 9th fret on the G, and the 10th fret on the B string. This is a root note A. You play the major third of A, which is the 9th fret on the E string. Okay, so that's a C sharp. And then 12th fret is E again. We basically play the perfect fifth again on the A. So the triad goes like this. But we add the 9th fret on the G string. Alright. I do that twice. You do that like. And you back up 9th fret on the E, 10th on the B, 9th on the G again. And then 10 and 9 and 10 fret on the B, 9th on the E, 12th again on the E, and slide up and you play 14, 13, 12 together. It's like a chromatic running down. And now we're in the B triad. It's the same shape, but you just move up 2 steps higher. So here's A, move up 2 steps higher. So that's the 11th fret on the G, 12th fret on the B, 11 on the E string, and 14th fret on the E string. So that's the B major triad. A major triad, B major triad. All right. So let's put it together again. So. Okay, so once you slide, you play the 14th fret. You play 14, 13, and 12th fret on the E string, and you play the 11 on the E, 12 on the B, 11 on the G, and it ends on the 12th fret on the B string. Again, make sure you kind of grip it 3 notes together. 3 note, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and then it ends on a B note on the B string by itself. So it goes 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. I'm sorry. Let me start over again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and it ends on a B note by itself. So. The trick is to make sure you pick up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So again, I love that lick. It's so cool. So make sure you do up, down, up, down, up, down until you get that part. Once you play that part, it goes back to the beginning. Exact same thing, all right? And after that part, we're going to this A note. And then you play the 12th fret on the B string, and then you bend it up to the 14th fret, a whole step up. Bring it back down. You can bring it back down and pick it if you like. That would be on the over A chord. All right. And the next part, you play the B chord again, and you play the this way here. Also. Okay. That's basically F sharp minor, a part of F sharp minor scale. But you're playing over a B chord, all right? Because you ends on the G sharp note right here. Okay. And then, so it goes like this. Okay. Do it again from the 9th fret on the E string. Hammer on the 12th fret, and the rest you have to pick it. All right. Only the first 2 notes you hammer on, and you pick 9, 11, 12 on the B string, 9 on the E, 10 on the B, 12 on the B, and 9, 10, 9 on the B. And it ends on the 12th note, actually, on the D string. Which brings us to the next phrase, but you got to play that note first. It kind of brings us into the D chord. So again. All right. But again, it ends on the 12th fret. So that whole phrase here. Yeah, 12 on the D string, and which goes into the D chord, is a D note, and you play this D major 7 arpeggio. So basically, it's 12 on the D, 11 on the G, 10 on the B, and 9 on the E string. And you play the 14th fret on the high E string and pull off twice. And play the 10th fret on the B string, 11th fret on the G, and you play the 12th fret on the B and pull off on the 9. And play the 11th fret on the G string using my middle finger. And the next part is over a G sharp diminished chord. So that part right there basically is G sharp diminished arpeggio because it has a minor third stack on each other. So you start from 11th fret on the A string, 12th fret on the D string, 11th fret on G, 14th on the G, 11 on the G, 14 again on the G, and ends on the 13th fret on the G. Alright, so here's a fast run over C sharp minor. Alright, so what 2 ways you can play. You can pull off and do some picking. You can do like Vinnie Moore used to do, just pick every single note. If you want to pull off, which is easier for me, I don't pick well, not that fast and accurate anyway. You play on the 14th fret on the E string. You pull off the 10th fret. 14 pull off the 12th, pull off on 10. You do that twice. So you pick it, pull off, pick it, pull off, pull off. I'm sorry. All right. The next part you goes 12, 10, 9 on the E string again. And then 12, 10, 9 on the B string. Alright, so. Alright. I'm sorry. And then you can pick it. So that's basically you play the 11, 9, and 7 on the G, 11, 7, 9, 11, 9, 7 on the D, and then 11 and 9 on the A, and it ends on the what do we end it on? Oh, you end on the C sharp, on the D string, because it's over C sharp minor. Now, if you choose to pick it, you just pick the note instead of pull off. Alright, so that's the next lick. Alright, the next next lick is over a B chord. So over a D chord. And we play like a B Dorian Mo. So that's the lick. So you play on the 9th fret on the G string. And play the 7th fret on the G, pull off on the 6th, and hammer on back to 7. Slide the 9. 7 on the B. 10th on the B. And you play the 9th fret on the B, pull off on the 7, and hammer on back on 9. Okay, again slowly. And when you play the 10th fret, you slide from the 9 to 10. Okay, slowly again. Okay, so that's over the D chord into let's play. Actually, it covers 2 chords. That's D, and then plays the a B with the D sharp. So the chord is basically a power chord of D, and then plays this. It's basically the 6th fret on the A and 9th fret on the G. I'm sorry, 9th fret on the D. So that lick is over that 2 chord. The next part is over E chord. The lick goes like this. Alright, so we play the 10th fret, pull off on the 9, 11th fret on the G, 9, 10, 12 on the B string, 9 on the E string, and then 12, 10, 9 on the B, and 10, 12 on the B. It ends on a B note, okay, because the 12th fret on the B string is also a B, alright? And then we'll play this diminished lick. You play the 10th fret, it goes like this. Alright, so that's over F sharp diminished. So basically it's 1st fret on the E string and 2nd fret on the A. F sharp diminished. So the lick is play a 10th fret on the E string, hammer on the 13th fret and pull off. 12 on the E, 10th on the G, 12 on the B again, 10 on the E. Slide up really quick and play the 16th fret on the E. Pull off on the 13th on the E, 15 on the B, 13 on the G, 15 on the B, and 13 on the G. Alright, so let's stop right there, and it goes back and repeats the whole thing again. So let me play what we learned so far slowly from the top without the intro. So we start from the F sharp minor arpeggio. So that's the whole thing, and then repeat itself again. Repeat itself all the way, just like we did, until the diminished scale we just play again. But it goes to and it changed key from F sharp minor to C sharp minor. I'm sorry, to B minor, which is basically a relative minor of D major. So basically we're in the D major scale after that part. And it plays this part right here. So the second time you play it, you finish on this lick right here. th fret on the G, 15, 14, and 12 on the B string, 12 on the G. Okay. And the next part, so 13 and 14th on the G, 12 on the B, 14th on the G, on the E string. You play the 12th fret on the E, pull off on the 11, and hammer back on it to 12. Alright, so again, it goes like this. Now, after that part, we're playing in two diminished arpeggio. Basically, diminished means you're stacking the minor third over each other. So there's always two frets between two notes. You do that twice. So the first one we play is a, what is it? E diminished. Alright. Is it E diminished? Oh no, it's A sharp diminished, but it's playing like, you start from the E note, but it's basically A sharp diminished because it ends on the A sharp on the 18th fret of E. So the notes are, I used to start my pinky on the 19th fret of your A, 17th fret of your D, 15th fret of your G string, 18th fret on the B. Is it right? I'm sorry, 18th fret on the G, and 17th fret on the B, 15th fret on the E, and 18th fret on the E. Slowly. Okay, you do the exact same pattern. Next part, you play the F arpeggio, F diminished arpeggio. Start from the 14th fret on A string. Same pattern. 14 on the A, 12 on the D, 10th on the G, 13 on the G, 12 on the B, 10th on the E, 13th on the E string. Once you ends on the 13th on the E string with your ring finger, you have to use index finger quickly and play the 16th fret on the E. And then 19th fret of the E, 18th fret of the E, and then 21 on the E. So again. So when you play the 18th fret on the E, you just slide down just a little bit. And then play the 21st fret on the E. So that's the whole thing. So okay, let me repeat the whole thing again. If you'd like to me to follow, just follow me along. So that's the whole thing until the solo on Saved by Miracle. So hopefully I'm not making it too confusing for you, and hopefully you will learn some cool licks because there's a lot of good stuff in here. Thanks for watching.